Battle Cats, a great mobile game, but I'm not here to glaze Battle Cats, but I'm here because of the thumbnail. I remade Battle Cats just a bit, but more goofy. Now hopefully you enjoy this video, and let's begin. Chapter 1, the beginning. Okay, so first of all, the main goal of this video, to make the basic cat and to make Little Nyandem, you know, the guys on the thumbnail. And that challenge of doing that will be very fun, I guess. Chapter 2, basically perfect. So while my past self is making the cat art, I gotta first talk about sprites and objects, because these things are kinda important for the video. Not too important, but it's just nice for you to know. Now first, a sprite, basically just the look of, well, you know, the sprite or the pixels. Right now I'm making a sprite, which, you know, just the look of what's gonna be in the game. Not only that, objects are like what I actually code in, which we'll get to that later, because that gets messy real fast. But the sprite so far is looking somewhat accurate, kinda, maybe. You'll see when it's done, but there was a lot of trial and error, we'll say. And mind you, it's like a rough sketch for like at least like 10 minutes or so. After I got done with the design, I animated it just to make it walk, because it's kind of, you know, how do I say this, jarring to see a sprite just move out walking, unless it, you know, is supposed to do that. So I just made it kind of walk and move his arm up and down. But the final results were pretty decent, I would say. Not peak, but I'd say pretty decent. Chapter 2.5, Extras. Okay, I'm not here to bore you, so I'm not gonna go through every single sprite and animation, but just know that I made a biting animation and a knockback animation. In case you didn't know, Battle Cats has like a knockback where units get hurt enough, they will fly backwards for a bit and then run back. But other than that, let's move on to Nyandem. Okay, no more voice changers, but chapter 3, Little Guy. Okay, so making Little Nyandem was actually surprisingly kinda well. Now see, if I actually like tried, it would somehow probably look worse than this. I'm not even lying, like I was just up at night making this, and magically it doesn't look that bad, honestly. It looks decent at best. Now you can tell me in the comments of what your opinions are, but mine, these are just rough sketches because, you know, we're not here spriting all day. But we did make the walking animation for him because, you know, he does walk. We made the attack animation for him, which is awesome, and his knockback animation. And with that out of the way, we have both characters done with their main goals, but only halfway, because we had to put code in them. So let's get to that. Chapter 4, Trial and Error. This is the section you've all been waiting for, the magic section, or the object, or the results, basically. And let's just say there's a lot of, well, trial and error. The first attempt, I didn't make them attack each other just to see if they were moving right. The next attempt was, let's just say a bit more disappearing. Yeah, for some reason Nyandem got knocked back and kept going off screen. I don't know why this happened, but it was just funny to see that, as he just retreated because he knew he would probably lose. Now, there's a lot of reasons why there was like bugs happening, and I'll tell you later on, but this attempt went okay until the cat stopped moving. And then this attempt, for some reason, like, it was just weird. So Nyandem was just, yeah, you see, like, Nyandem attacks, and then the cat would just infinitely go off screen until it dies. This attempt is weird because it may look fine in itself, but Nyandem isn't doing damage. But he actually is. Now see, y'all can't actually tell, but whenever I was putting the code, I made the basic cats all have 1,000,000 HP, and Niantic only do 30. And basic cats are meant to have like a low amount of HP, like, you know, like 100 or 200 or something like that. And for some reason, I just made them have 1,000,000 HP, so Niantic basically never actually really hurt them badly enough to get knocked back, which caused some weird stuff. Also, Niantic felt like becoming the Grim Reaper today, because he was just pooping out souls for no reason. Then this attempt, they just became friends and just stopped fighting. And the last attempt was absolute cinema, where everything kind of worked out, honestly. And I'm proud of this. If you want to see a part 2 or something, then tell me in the comments or something, man. This was funny. Hopefully this was enjoyable for y'all, because I've been seeing a lot of videos go like, ChatGPT versus Gemini, or oh, I code this in 24 hours. And I was like, hold up, let me do that, because it seemed kind of fun. But I hope y'all like and subscribe, or whatever you want to do, and I am out.